Hey guys, welcome to my video. Today I'll talk about sword flyers. I'll compare their stats and talk about some builds for them. So right now there's 4 red melee flyers in the game. One of them is seasonal New Year Camilla. One of them is 5 stars locked, Alincia. And 2 of them are available in 3 and 4 stars, Pala and Sida. And I'll start with Alincia. Alincia has great attack and speed, and mediocre defense and resistance. She has the legendary weapon Amity, which is just a stronger brave sword. Of the 4 red melee flyers, Alincia has the best offensive spread. She's great with her legendary weapon, and can also make great use of Fire Sweep sword. Her speed lets her easily run a quad build with some flyer buffs, and with both Amity or Fire Sweep sword, she can use Gale Force as a special to great effect. She probably wants her default Death Blow, or maybe Life and Death for her A skill. New Year Camilla's offensive spread is only slightly lower than Alincia's, but her defense is much higher. She doesn't have a legendary sword, but her default weapon Kadomatsu gives her the drive defense resistance effect, which is pretty nice. Camilla can also run a Brave or Fire Sweep build, and her higher defense means she can run a quad build safer than Alincia can. However, in my opinion, she's a lot better with a hybrid enemy face player face build, or with a straight up enemy face build. She can run Kadomatsu to better support her team, Slaying Edge to charge her special faster, or Wudao to get some extra damage. Her defense lets her duel with a lot of enemies without taking much damage, and a special like Either gives her some really high damage and sustain. She can run Close Defense for more chunkiness, or Fury, or just her default speed defense bond, which is great. She's just a really versatile unit, with her only weakness being her low resistance and availability. Sida has been in the game from the start, and recently got demoted to the 3 stars pool. She has great resistance and speed, mediocre defense, and really low attack. She recently received the legendary Wing Sword, which is effective against armored and cavalry heroes. And her special refinement gives her the Flashing Blade effect, which is really strong. This lets Sida run a build focusing on her speed and resistance, so she can trigger Iceberg or Glaciers consistently to compensate for her low attack. She is also a great user of distant counter, as her high resistance lets her tank mages easily and kill them with a special proc, and her weapon's effectiveness lets her deal with a lot of common meta units. Sida is just in a great state right now, and being 3 and 4 stars means she is a great body adoption for Flyer Emblem. Pala has also been in the game from the start, and has been 3 to 4 stars the whole time. Her stat spread is really balanced, having okay everything, with a bit too much HP. She's very similar to regular Camilla, in that she excels at nothing. And just like Camilla, this means Pala's best build is as a hybrid anti-green tank. A resistance boon leaves Pala at 28 defense and 30 resistance. So with her default Ruby Sword, this means she takes no damage from green enemies with 48 or lower attack. And with some Fortify or Ward buffs, Pala can tank green units for days. Pala can also use Close Defense or Stance skills to increase her tankiness, or Fury for a little more damage. She can also run Distant Counter to act as a check against green mages. Quick Repose compensates for Pala's okay speed, or Guard can give her some extra protection against enemy specials. Pala is the worst of the red melee flyers right now, but with some investment she can fill her role quite well. A Ruby Sword refinement will help her a lot, but I don't know if we'll see that anytime soon. These are not the only builds for these units. They can easily run other builds with some investment and still work fine. My Pala is my strongest hero right now, and she runs an aggressive Wudao build. Summoner support helps her a lot, so even if a character you really like is not very good, you can still invest in them and they'll work fine. So yeah, that was it for the video. Thank you for watching, and please consider subscribing if you liked it. Here you can check out my schedule for the week, and here you can find some of my other videos, or you can go to my main YouTube page where I have everything organized. I really hope you enjoyed, and see you next time!